So apparently, I accidentally skipped this episode the first time around, so whoops. Sorry, guys. Even though I did skip the episode, though, it doesn't really matter because this episode doesn't really have anything important happen, or at least anything of consequence, really. It's just sort of a middle-of-the-road episode. We need to fill the season out. And that's not saying this is a bad episode. It's actually pretty fun because this is a pretty good show. It's just, run-of-the-mill, like, just stuff happens, and then the credits happen. And, yeah, basically that's it. Like, Luz and King decide to go into the author business. They decide to become writers together because they go to this book fair, and like there turns out there's a writing competition, and wouldn't you know it, that's the sort of thing Luz would be totally about, because Luz is amazing and a geek and loves all that sort of stuff. And the way this episode pokes fun at like fandom and like geek cultures in terms of like books is actually pretty fun. Like they have this line there where King is like, shipping isn't everything, Luz, to which Luz has the only appropriate response: don't you dare talk about shipping in front of me. Don't you dare insult shipping. And honestly, that's not a direct quote. I'm paraphrasing, but she's right. Don't get it between us and our ships, all right? Don't even get me started on the show Miraculous, which is really just the ship show, if you guys don't know. But I'm not talking about Miraculous right now. I'm talking about the Owl House. And honestly, King is a jerk in this episode. Oh, he always kind of is a jerk, right? But he's small and adorable, so we let him get away with it. But in this one, he does legitimately hurt Luz's feelings because they write a book together. He's like, yeah, but I like my take better. And he just rewrites a huge chunks of it, so sells it to this guy, and the guy likes it somehow. I don't know. It didn't make a lot of sense how King would have the capacity to like just rewrite Luz's book and then it would be good. But I guess he's a good writer in some respect. I don't know. Maybe he's just a great editor. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe that's the true magic skill that King has, because he doesn't really seem to have any other abilities besides that. But that's besides the point. He's a jerk to her because not only does he rip off her book, when he can't write a sequel, he runs to Luz and is like, hey, Luz, can you help me write the sequel? To which she's like, no. And Luz is way nicer than she needs to be, by the way. He rips her off, but obviously, because she's a great person, she still wants to support him. She's like, I don't want to be angry at him because, you know what? It's his dream, I guess. And I don't want to be that old, bitter person that's just angry at other people's success. So I'm going to go support my friend. And she does. And King is just like, hey, help me write the sequel. To which she's like, no. Rightfully so, honestly. Bit of surprising thing, though. I would have really expected Amity to be at the book fair. I know that, like, she's in the next episode because I already reviewed that episode. But I don't know. It just seemed like something that would be her jazz. And if you were to tell me this episode's about a writing contest, my mind would have immediately shot to Luz and Amity writing the Luzora Awakening book together instead of Luz and King, which is a book I would totally read, by the way. But, whatever. Luz and King bond by the end of it. They're saved by that girl with, like, the tooth girl. I don't know if she actually has a name or if she actually is a girl. Maybe I just making assumptions here. But yeah, they're saved by her because they can't write the sequel. The guy tries to kill them, the shady, like, publisher guy. And then they're just like, well, if we're done here, we're gonna go. And they just go. And that's the episode. And yeah, it was just a nice, fun little adventure with Luz and King. And then there's some stuff between Ida and her sister and, like, this flower that isn't real. So I'm not sure if it's worth talking about. But something that is interesting to point out: they're both racing to this flower. They both want to get it for their own reasons. But Ida's sister, Lily, she gets captured at some point, and she also doesn't seem very capable and in the outdoors. I guess she's not an outdoorsy type, but it got to the point where I had to ask myself, like, isn't she a powerful witch? How did she get captured by this, like, spider lobster thing that was just in the woods for some reason? I'm not critiquing the existence of a spider lobster thing. I'm critiquing that Lily, a powerful witch, can't go through the woods without getting twigs in her hair, or can't go through the woods without being captured and needing saving. But alright, I guess she's just not good for camping, I guess. I don't know. It just seemed weird to me. They get there, the flower's not real, but they do bond at the end of it. They do take it out on this guy who tried to swindle them. Actually tried to murder them. I don't know why I said swindle. He legitimately tried to murder them, to which they're like, yeah, dude, this is not your lucky day. You chose the wrong people to swindle. Or murder, better said. And yeah, they bond. Lily's like, hey, join the Emperor's Coven because I want you to not die. Maybe the Emperor can heal your curse. To which Ida's like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Doesn't give a reason, but I guess, Ida's just the type of person that doesn't like to be tied down. She doesn't want to owe people favors. She doesn't want to take orders from anyone. And I respect that. I appreciate that. And it's part of the reason that her character's so fun. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much the episode. Again, I really just recapped the episode, but not much to go into. I'm surprised Amity wasn't there. I'm surprised Lily couldn't be capable in the woods by herself. King was a jerk, but that's not surprising. He's always a jerk, but he gets a pass because he's lovable and adorable and whatever. And Luz is still the nicest person to ever exist. And we'll see where that goes. I already saw the next episode. Gonna jump forward to the one after that. I'm excited to see the rest of the season. Thanks for watching if you did. I know this is a quick review, sort of. And have a good day, guys. Be safe. And remember, if you ever go to a book fair and this guy offers you a CD contract, just make sure you've got a good writing partner. That's all I'm saying. Have a good day, guys.